I'm rounding out the blank with my round cutter. I feel more comfortable using this tool than using the square cutter. The square cutter is also called a roughing tool because they can take a lot of wood away fast. But after a few projects where I used both cutters alternately, I came to the conclusion that round cutters just work better for me. I'm also testing my new video setup. I used the flexible arm of an IKEA desk lamp, of which I removed the lampshade, and mounted a block of wood on it. And on top of that I mounted a rotating hot shoe bracket with ball head. I just bought that on Wish. So I can mount a phone holder on the bracket, and then I have quite a reach around me for filming without knocking over a tripod. So I like it. I make a recess with my square cutter and cut the dovetail angle with this diamond shaped detailer. I like to cut the basic shape that I have in my head with the square cutter. It's easier to control the small steps, but I have to be careful not to be aggressive with it because it easily cuts a lot of wood away very fast. For the finishing cut, I use a shear cut tool. And with a very light cut, you can almost make a perfect finish. I was not completely satisfied with the result, so I adjusted the shape a bit with the round carbide and used the shear cutter to, well, finish it again. For hollowing the bowl, I use the same principle as for turning the outside. The square cutter for rough turning and the shape, and the round cutter for leveling and removing any tear out of the fiber. I use the shear cut hollower as a hollower. With a bit more pressure, I kind of scoop out the inside. That's the way the tool is made. The chisel rod is already mounted in the handle at a 45-degree angle. So you just lay the chisel flat on the tool rest and the carbide cutter enters the wood at the right angle. It's very easy to use. the wall was still too thick, so I cut it with the round cutter. But because I didn't want to lose too much of the bottom, I only cut to a certain point. I hope that my bottom was thick enough to be able to make a smooth transition when I had the right thickness of the walls. And I was concerned for the bottom because I made the recess a bit too deep, actually. There are still a few bumps, so I use a pencil to color the surface and to see where the bumps are. I think this way is easier to smooth them out without taking away too much wood. And I use the shear cut hollower with light strokes to make shear cuts. And I love this tool because it has that dual function and it's very easy to use.